Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. I was called a socialist again. Ironically, it was on the show that I did about woke versus Maga, survival edition. I'm not a socialist. I don't think socialism works. I don't think it will ever work. Capitalism and socialism, well, one is compatible with the other, and one is not. If you're in a capitalist society, you can get a group of people together and you can march off and buy a piece of land. Obviously, you have to have the money to do this. Buy a piece of land and start a little socialist organization, and you can grow it as large as you want. The inverse is not true. In socialism, you're not allowed to participate in a capital venture. That's called the black market when you're in a socialist society. That's what it really comes down to. Socialism tries to get to their end through control and domination. And capitalism tries to get to their end goal through freedom. Now, there are a lot of people who are saying we don't have freedom right now. I can hear it. I can hear it in my head. I can hear it in a recent discussion. I can hear it. Capitalism occasionally needs a reset. And the reason that is because human nature is what it is. The ability for a greedy bunch of people to get together and try and ruin capitalism happens on a cyclical basis. It just keeps coming back in. And right now, for instance, we have cronyism that is trying to take capitalism and make it their own. In other words, the most powerful people who have the most money in America are trying to use the law to gain more power and money. That's not capitalism. That's cronyism. And it should be illegal. And for the most part, it is. It's when they get the politicians to start voting how they want them to, it becomes a real problem. Socialism, communism, they're so closely related that I oftentimes have a little bit of trouble distinguishing between the two. So in my mind's eye, they are the same. It's neither one of them I want to participate in. I don't want to live under either one of them. But socialism has the tenet that everybody's equal and everybody must have the same outcome. And there's the problem. There are those people in society who will take advantage of that system, both to garner much power, and there are those people in that system who will use the system to do absolutely nothing, and they will have the same, they'll have the same of everything. It's kind of the point of socialism. The state owns everything, and the people own nothing, including themselves. So those two people are treated exactly the same. Different ends of the spectrum, same outcome. Except the people who are gaining all of the power and control in socialism, well, they end up having a really nice life. Meanwhile, the little peon, they don't have much of a life at all. They have the same life as everybody else, which isn't much of a life at all. Because there's no freedom. Under capitalism, true capitalism, not cronyism, there's freedom. There's freedom to succeed, and there's freedom to fail. And almost like everything in life, freedom is a two-sided sword. And you do have the ability to succeed and become, really large in your business endeavors. And you also have the ability to fail. Now, in cronyism, they don't allow those failures to happen, as was shown with the bank crisis of, I guess it's been a decade ago. They bailed them out. That's not how capitalism works. When someone needs a bailout in capitalism, they have to go to other businesses and say, hey, I think I can fix this. Can you help me? In cronyism, we all have to bail them out, which is kind of akin to socialism when you think about it. Socialism will never work for the same reason that capitalism needs a reset occasionally. Right now, we need a reset here in America. I think that the larger, most greedy of us in society have taken control over the capitalist system through laws which give them the advantage. And in capitalism, the best ideas rise to the top. In capitalism, the best ideas garner more income. And the fruits of that particular labor are really, really kind of enjoyed by the people who came up with the ideas and put in the work. I'm a truck driver. I've never been very successful in business. Never have really had the desire to be in business. I had my own business for a minute. There was just way too much placating of the customers at that point for me. When I was running my own business, everybody is your customer. Everybody's your customer. The only people who aren't your customer are the people who are providing you with the products to run your business. You're their customer. But at the time, I felt more like they were my customer because I had to please them because they were the only people I could get that particular product from to run my business. That was a little bit of cronyism there too. They ran some other people out of business. It wasn't for me. In that same business that I was running, I saw a lot of very successful people and people that grew their business to proportions that I was like, wow, they really took that and went to town. Had we been in a socialist society, had we been in a socialist style of government, those people who outdid me, who outperformed me and did a better job in that business and had better ideas that made their business work, they wouldn't have been allowed to do that because those businesses would have been owned by the government. Human nature is so strange. We have people who can get by on a few hours of sleep a night, and all they care about is working, and they will bust their butts until they just get whatever they want done. And then we have people who just want to sleep until noon every day, not have a job, and just kind of chill out in life. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying if you can afford to do that, you should be allowed to do that. Depending upon what lifestyle you want. But for that person who wants to sleep till noon and not do anything and just chill out their whole life, why in the world would we think that person should have the same rewards as that guy that gets up after 3 hours sleep and busts his butt for 21 hours and then gets 3 more hours sleep? Why are those two equal? They're not. I am not as good at running business as all those people that ran the same business and were successful. So I got out of the business. Opportunity is afforded to almost all of us. We have the freedom under capitalism to pursue those endeavors. You don't have that freedom under socialism. Under socialism, you're told what you're going to do. And the state decides if you are allowed to do that because you might have those particular skill sets to do it. I didn't have those skill sets. I had the freedom to find out if I did or not. I have a different set of skill sets, it turns out. And it turns out I can handle customers pretty well when I don't have the pressure of running a business on top of that. So I'm not a socialist. I'm not woke. I'm not Maga. I'm standing on the outside watching all these things happening, realizing the truth. And the truth is, we need a bit of a reset here in America to get further away from cronyism and bring capitalism back in. There's a lot more kind of nuances that I can address today, but I can't because I have to go to work. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day at work. I hope that you go out there and you really, bust your butt and make a good living. I'm not saying that the people who support socialism are evil, just saying they're wrong. I want to be me. I want to be free to do what I want to do. I want to try the things I want to try, and I want that for everybody else. I hope you have a great day. I hope you go out and you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, peace.